The old woman stood in the hotel lobby, clutching a worn leather handbag with trembling hands, while rainwater dripped from the edge of her faded shawl onto the marble floor. Guests stared. Staff whispered. Then, in front of everyone, the receptionist pushed her ID back across the counter and coldly refused her a room. No one moved. No one cared. Until a single father carrying his little daughter stepped forward, and what happened next would change that luxury hotel forever. Before we begin, if you believe kindness still matters and that everyone deserves respect and a second chance, please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartline Stories. Your support helps us bring more emotional stories like this to life. It was a bright afternoon in early spring, and sunlight poured through the giant glass windows of the prestigious Grand Crest Hotel. The polished marble floors reflected expensive chandeliers, and everything about the place screamed wealth and exclusivity. Arman Halim had never imagined staying somewhere like this. But life had pushed him into unfamiliar places. At 34, Arman was a widowed father raising his 6-year-old daughter, Syra, alone. Since losing his wife 3 years earlier, every day had become a battle between grief and responsibility. He worked long hours as a freelance graphic designer, often sacrificing sleep just to pay rent, school fees, and medical bills. This hotel stay was not luxury, it was necessity. His apartment building had suffered electrical damage that morning, forcing residents out for 2 days. Arman held Syra's small hand as they entered the lobby. She looked around with wide eyes, amazed by the sparkling lights and floral arrangements. For a moment, seeing her smile made his exhaustion feel lighter. But that brief peace vanished when he noticed the commotion near the reception desk. An elderly woman stood alone. She looked to be in her late 70s, perhaps older. Her silver hair was neatly tied, though loose strands framed her tired face. Her clothes were simple but clean. She carried herself with quiet dignity despite the humiliation unfolding around her. The receptionist, a sharply dressed young man named Cameron, barely concealed his irritation. The woman had apparently requested a room, but Cameron had refused. Her old bank card had been declined. She calmly explained she had another way to pay, but he dismissed her. Several guests watched with indifferent expressions. Some smirked. Others pretended not to notice. Arman felt something tighten in his chest. He knew that look. He had seen it before, the look people gave those they considered inconvenient, unimportant, disposable. He remembered hospital waiting rooms after his wife's death, where people avoided his grief because it made them uncomfortable. He remembered landlords judging him for being a single father. He remembered what it felt like to be unseen. Syra tugged gently on his sleeve and whispered that the grandmother looked sad. That was enough. Arman stepped forward. His voice was calm, but firm. He said there was no reason to treat someone with such disrespect, especially an elderly woman asking for help. Cameron responded defensively, insisting it was hotel policy and that business required rules. But Arman did not back down. He said rules without humanity become cruelty. The lobby grew silent. Cameron, embarrassed at being challenged publicly, became sharper. He suggested Arman mind his own business. But Arman did something no one expected. He reached for his wallet and offered to pay for the woman's room himself. Gasps spread through the lobby. For Arman, the decision was not easy. The money would hurt. It meant cutting expenses for the month. It meant sacrificing comfort. But he looked at the woman's tired eyes and thought of his late wife, who always said kindness costs less than regret. The old woman stared at him, stunned. Her lips trembled, and tears formed in her eyes, not dramatic tears, but quiet ones born from being seen after being ignored. She gently resisted at first, saying she could not allow him to spend his hard-earned money. But Arman insisted. He said dignity matters more than money. Cameron reluctantly processed the payment. The woman accepted the room key with trembling hands. Before leaving, she turned to Arman and placed her weathered hand over his. Her eyes studied him with unusual depth, as if memorizing not just his face, but his soul. She thanked him softly and asked his name. He told her. She smiled, but there was something mysterious in that smile. The rest of the day passed quietly. Armin checked into his modest room with Syra. They shared snacks, watched cartoons, and tried to make the best of an unexpected hotel stay. Yet Armin could not stop thinking about the old woman. Something about her presence felt unusual. The next morning, the hotel atmosphere had completely changed. Luxury cars lined the entrance. Men in tailored suits hurried through the lobby. Senior executives had arrived unexpectedly. Staff stood straighter. Managers whispered nervously. Armin noticed Cameron pale the moment a black car stopped outside. The rear door opened. The old woman stepped out. But she was no longer invisible. Every executive rushed forward. Every manager bowed respectfully. The hotel manager's face turned white. Armin froze. The woman who had been denied a room yesterday was now being treated like royalty. Because she was. Her name was Zara Siddiqui. She was the founder and majority owner of the entire Grand Crest hotel chain, one of the most successful hospitality empires in the country. The lobby fell into stunned silence. Cameron's hands shook. Managers looked horrified. Zara walked slowly inside, carrying the same handbag, wearing the same humble clothes. But today everyone saw what they had failed to see yesterday. Power had not changed her. Only people's treatment had changed. She requested an emergency staff meeting. Everyone gathered. Armin stood to the side, unsure why he had been asked to remain. Then Zara began speaking. She explained that once every year, she visited one of her hotels unannounced, dressed simply, to test whether the company still honored the values upon which she built it. She had founded Grand Crest after decades of struggle, believing hospitality meant making every guest feel valued, especially the vulnerable. Yesterday, many had failed. One person had not. She turned toward Armin. Her eyes softened. She said, "Wealth reveals little about character, but compassion reveals everything." The room became emotional. Cameron lowered his head in shame. Several staff members wiped tears. Zara then revealed something even more surprising. She had investigated Armin overnight, not invasively, but enough to understand who he was. She learned of his struggles, his loss, and his devotion to his daughter. She said a man who sacrifices his own comfort to protect someone he does not know carries rare integrity. Then she made an announcement that stunned everyone. She offered Armin a leadership position in the company's community outreach division, helping train hospitality staff nationwide in empathy-centered service. The salary would transform his life. Armin could not speak. His eyes filled. For years, life had taken from him his wife, his security, his peace. Now, unexpectedly, life offered something back. Not charity. Opportunity. Purpose. Syra squeezed his hand, smiling the way only children can purely, without doubt. Armin accepted. Months passed. Grand Crest launched a new initiative focused on compassionate hospitality, led by Armin. Training programs changed staff culture. Elderly guests received priority assistance. Families in crisis found support instead of judgment. Employee workshops taught something often forgotten in business: every person carries an invisible story. Armin's life transformed, but he never forgot that afternoon. He never forgot the rain-soaked woman nobody respected. He never forgot the choice that changed everything. And neither did Zara. She often said that the greatest luxury a hotel can offer is not marble or chandeliers, but dignity. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartline Stories so more people can hear stories that restore faith in humanity. Special request: comment "Kindness always returns" if you believe one small act of compassion can change a life. Years later, when people asked Armin what changed his life, he never mentioned money or success. He simply smiled and said something beautiful. Sometimes, the doors we open for others become the doors that save us. And on a sunny afternoon, in a hotel lobby filled with strangers, one act of kindness proved exactly that.